Shelly Schurman has worked as a school psychologist for 15 years. She works closely with special needs children from preschool to age 22 and their families. She is responsible to assess and update their individual educational plans to be sure they are getting the services they need. But along the way, Shelly cares for each as a creation of the Holy God, created on purpose and for a purpose.
So here I was, starting a career after many years of college. Newly married, my husband and I just relocated to a new city, and I was 7 months pregnant with our first child. I was hired by a very large school district with over 25 schools and thousands of staff. Separately, all of these things can be overwhelming. Yet God placed me with a colleague that I was assigned to work with in all of my buildings and even share an office with, who was a very strong Christian. She spoke openly about her faith and encouraged me both in and out of the workplace. I could see Jesus through her in the way she interacted with others. She showed empathy, and she was just kind to everyone around her. When I think about my workday and how it looks, most of my weeks are different from the previous ones. I am a part of meetings, testing, and working with teams from many different educational facilities. Sometimes this can be hard when working with challenging team members or when having to tell a parent for the very first time that their child qualifies for special education services. This can be very overwhelming for them. They can often have a lot of fears, questions, just wondering what the future might look like for their child. I see this as my opportunity to allow the grace of God to flow into my life and over into theirs and have an impact on them. I show them encouragement through my words, through a listening ear, and just helping make recommendations for them to best support their child. I am different from others who do what I do. I'm educated in psychology with a school district, just like the 18 other school psychologists that I work with. But the way that I bring my worldview into my work environment may be different. The way that I view each child may look different. I see each child as an individual, created special and uniquely by God, on purpose and for a purpose. The cognitive, academic, and behavioral assessments that I use are just tools for me to gather more information about how the child processes information, how they learn new things, and to better understand why they behave the way they're behaving in their environment. I work with colleagues from all different backgrounds and all different religious faiths. But when we come together as a team and we look at these scores and analyze the data, we can all come to the same conclusions about what these scores mean for the child, despite our philosophical differences. But inevitably, my worldview, just like that of others, impact the way I see God's creation and my role in it. When I interact with families, children, and colleagues from the mindset of loving God and sharing His grace, it looks different. When I think about God encouraging me to take my faith into the workplace, it's not really about when He was encouraging me. I know He was encouraging me all along. It's more about whether or not I was listening. When I really stop and think about it, I know He's orchestrating. But am I positioning myself to hear His voice and follow His lead and calling on my life? God continues to reward me for being different in the workplace. Over the past 14 years, I've been in many different schools, and my responsibilities have changed. When I reflect on where I've been, I can see God's faithfulness through it all. I know that He has always been with me. He continues to open doors and provide me opportunities to share His love with others around me. Where does this leave us? Where does it leave you? Wherever you are, be encouraged. God is with you. He loves you. He has a plan for you. What can you do in your world to take steps to move closer to God's desire for your life? My name is Shelly Schurman. I'm the daughter of a risen king, the wife to a strong Christian man, a mother to 4 beautiful children, a school psychologist. This is my Emmaus Road.